Man, what did I do with that charger thing? Oh yeah, that's probably the card I think about. Yeah. Well. Here, I'll also make sure I'm not fucking muted up for some reason. Because if so, that's gonna be fucking dumb. I really don't want it to be muted. It fucking is? Oh my god, really? Fucking hell. What about now? Okay, yeah, we were fine. Hey, boy. It's right here. Man, I am sweaty. It's warm today. Turn that off, don't need that on. Oakley dokley. Oh, sook off. Hold on, hey, buddy. Buddy. Hey, Luke. Come here. Hey, come here. There we go. Now you can be outside if you want, and don't have to worry about him being out of bed outside. Wandering the neighborhood. Just make sure things are all good. Get this Bluetooth on. There we go. Oops. Okay. Now do another test. God. Yeah, okay, I think we're fine. I think he's fine. Cool. For a coffee. Delicioso. Oof. Trying to use that as a way to deheat myself. I don't know if it's working. Alright. Well, let's have that in the background for right now. And get some background tunes. And I need to find the little charger thing for my little headphones right now, because I really hope that those did not, like, disappear in the fucking, during the range yesterday. It's already bad enough I lost one target, which cost me $20. I don't need to lose our shit. Plus, with some of the ammo I was using, I kind of felt a little like, what the hell, considering that, at least, probably just the magazine I had loaded and being in a drum mag was probably not the greatest idea, but I mean, most of it's still fine. It's just only 2 bullets that mainly got a little fucked. But at least, you know, live and learn type of thing. delicioso. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Honestly, I'm just kind of curious, like, what the fuck was all that weird-ass, like, dubsteppy shit from, from last night? I saw what the hell it was, and it was weird. Like, even, like, when the mic cut off for me, like, apparently also cut audio off, because I couldn't hear anything either. And it was so weird, because, like, I've never had that issue, like, ever before. And it was just like, what? What the fuck? It was just, like, very confusing and weird. And it just kept getting progressively louder, too, as well. And that's what really made me kind of like, what the fuck? Like, as it started building up and building on, like, and having more layers, the louder it got. Sound like cries of, like, 1,000 lost souls just, you know, screaming out. It's like, damn, bro. And I don't even know what caused the issue. I'm assuming maybe it's just a mic going out on the phone, but that can't possibly be it. If, well, maybe, like, because I've done tests, like, by recording videos and stuff like that, you know, just to make sure mic's okay, even afterwards, and it'd be fine. So I don't know what the flip-flop, flippity-flam bullshit is about that, but it is a little bullshit. Also, I'm trying to speak on a more softer level, because I feel like if I talk to a certain decibel, it's going to cut off. Softer level, because I feel like if I talk to a certain decibel, and I'm also noticing there is that little cricky crackle thing, and I think that might legit be the mic. So I do have a backup phone at least, but I just don't want to go for the process of setting it up, like, right now, at least. I'll do that later, but if I can at least make it be fine for now, you know, I'll at least deal with it. I'll suffer for today, because, you know, eventually I'll, you know, I can get this one oriented and then just transfer all my data and all my pictures and shit like that, so. Or maybe just use this as, like, a Wi-Fi phone or something. So, Gav just want to hang out outside? I think he does. He ain't here at all. It is kind of a nice day. He deserves a little sunshine. A little sunshine to warm himself up and feel sweet with. Sweet and content. The sweet little bubby. Sweet and content that he is. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. You know, I just realized, I wonder if there are, like, specifically Bluetooth mics. Like, a mic, but it's mostly just, like, via Bluetooth instead of, like, you know, something else. That would be a little absurd and a little over the top, but I think it could work in case, you know, it's still an issue. Because it could be Streamlabs too, maybe? I don't know. It definitely feels like it's more on my phone, though. But anyway, I do find it a little fun, a little funny at least, that shit did kind of happen last night. Where just, like, I don't even know what noises there were either. They were just, like, weird, like, little, you know, noises. Sound like someone, like, having their mic in a pocket or something. I'm trying to think, what could it have been if it was the, like, mic cutting off, then maybe it could have been, like, registering to another one? for maybe one of the Bluetooth speakers? I have no idea. Weird. I'm still straight thinking about that from last night because it was just such a strange thing. Technical errors. God love it. And coffee too. God love coffee. Also, another thing I was noticing is that, like, at least my mic was fine for a fat chunk of time, too. I was able to stream for a while, and then it, like, cut off randomly, and then I was fine again for a bit. So, what's that? Because then after I try to start it up again, then that's when it decided to poop out on, and just be like, nope, don't got it going on anymore. So, yeah, I wonder if that might be it. Like, maybe it might just be the mic, and it's just like slowly but surely dying away. That could possibly be it. But either way, I have no idea. Well, there you are. What you doing, Pup? Are you causing a dog to go off or something? Causing a dog to go off with your presence? Is that what's happening? Silly mutt. Are you trying to, like, get out for the gate? Because you can't. Good luck with that. What a goob. Dog definitely is tired today. Oh no, don't do that. I don't want him doing that right now. My lord. Hey! Hey! Get over here! Really? Seriously. We're doing that right now. Seriously? I have the door open for you to hang out outside. I don't need you boofing. You don't need to be boofing at random shit. Fuck, bruh. What the hell? Boo. Not cool. Not cool. Silly ass little mutt. And now you're just gonna stare at me? Come here. Come on, bub. Come here. Really? Come here. Come on. Oh my god, you bitch. Why do you just, like, stare? You snoop, you stare, and you look cute. And it's not cool. Because it just makes you look innocent when you really aren't. You're not an innocent dog at all. Silly dog. Anyway, let's see what little memes are going on for today. Let little memes be around. Oh shit. Fine Boys actually had a new video I didn't even see yet. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Oh shit, they did a review on that movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I actually heard it generally wasn't that bad. And the thumbnail says, "Hate to admit I was wrong." And it's TJ saying that it was wrong. I do specifically remember he was saying that it was going to be kind of shitty. So if he's saying it's actually pretty good, then damn. Nice. Cool. Because I know there was like the Mazes and Monsters movie with fucking, I'm pretty sure it was Tom Hanks in it. I'm pretty sure. I think it was his first movie. And that was horrible. That was just atrocious. So now you got like, this other movie that actually does, what seems like a fair adaptation, then I'm down for it. Dope. Want to check out that clip out here on it. Want to make sure I'm not muted still. Wait. Okay, sounds like I might not be. A clip out here. Okay, yeah, I'm not. Okay, good. That's how I feel about that weird thing now. I have to worry about being muted. Ugh. Because my mic sucks. Well, my phone's slowly pooping out. That's really what's going on.
God damn it.
Welcome to best movie ever. Not even worst movie ever. Best movie ever.
Best movie?
Oh, God.
Isn't it the sweetest thing in life to tell someone to see a movie or do a thing and just to be so right and to be so correct? And believe me, I know correct. 'Cause I'm just...
Scotty's rubbing it in, dude. He's just like, yep, this movie was great. This is good. And TJ's just like not having it. He just looks defeated. Over a movie being good, damn TJ, he really so badly wanted it to not be good, did he?
Human being. I told you about this movie.
He just lifts his head. Oh my god, dude, he's defeated.
Talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Honor among thieves. Best movie ever.
I have a long, fucking weird history with these Dungeons and Dragons movies. Because I watched the original Dungeons and Dragons movie whenever it came out, 1998 or 2003, whatever the hell.
2001, maybe? 2000?
I don't know when it came out.
Yeah.
And I watched it.
I also forgot about that.
Surprise, it fucking sucked. It was horrible. The only thing that was kind of redeeming about it is there was this character I call Old Blue Lips. And he's the secondary villain of the movie. And his lips are blue. And he talks like this.
Give me a rod.
You're talking too fast. He literally has like... You literally have to like have like a full beat pause in between every...
Dude, he really... I kind of know what he's talking about. This guy.
And then, spoiler, they give him the
Dude, that character was just absurd. I honestly, totally kind of blocked the movie from my memory, but now I realize, oh, yeah, that. And yeah, dude, Blue Lips, oh my god. You know what? He made the movie, though. He like, I don't even care. He was great.
I'll give him the rod, alright.
He then kills the hero's sidekick, but he then delivers the best line in the movie. You said you wouldn't kill him!
Right.
But I didn't lie about this movie. I didn't lie about it.
Well, I'm getting to that, Scott. I'm getting to that. And
Best one-liner ever.
That movie, and I did a review of it when I was doing the stress watching stuff on that guy with the glasses back in the day. And
even then, that was too fast.
You know the movie, yeah.
and I mean, yeah, it's one of my favorite like reviews I ever did during that whole phase of like reviewing stuff for that channel. Like, I mean, like that was definitely the one where I was like, yes, this is one of my better attempts at reviewing a fucking movie.
Peak the stress war.
Right. Whatever, whatever that might be. I know it wasn't exactly like the most shining vein of content I've ever made, but like that was probably a pretty good one in that vein of content. And I really I hated the movie. I shit on the movie. I'm like, I have absolved myself of this movie. I walk past you, and it was such a bad movie that I'm like, I will never take seriously another Dungeons and Dragons related property. Whatever. It's a tabletop game. It doesn't need to be a movie. There was a cartoon in the 80s. That sucked. So yeah, I walked away from it. And I heard that they'd done some made-for-TV sequel. And I was like, I don't need it. I don't want it. Get away from me. And then Scotty tells me, more than a year ago, I think, because
It was a while ago.
Scotty, the second this movie was announced, it seemed like Scotty was in my ear about it. Don't make a new Dungeon Drag movie, dude. Don't do Dungeon Drag movie, dude.
You doing that move?
Do that, make a new Dungeon Drag movie. Like,
Fools!
imbecile.
You know nothing, Scotty. Have you not forgotten? You forgot the lessons learned in the past? Hard learned, might I add.
Yeah. And, and then, he keep bringing it up. I don't know what it was with him. Relentless. Like, I don't know.
Because he knew it was going to be
every
good?
single time we got together, but, probably, once every, month or so, he'd bring up that it was going to happen. I was like, so what? Shut up. And a trailer drops for it. The trailer looked like goddamn garbage.
Okay, not
Well,
really.
before even the trailer, he started, he was following, notes.
Alright, I mean, just with those little snippets of the trailer, it looked fine. Was there a lot of CGI just with that little snippet? Sure, but, I mean, it looked okay. I think it was just fine.
The movie, casting choice, he informed me of every casting choice they made. Every time someone was attached to the project, oh, look.
To the minute...
Then when the trailer came out, he's putting the trailer in my face. Look at the trailer.
The minute Hugh Grant was cast in the role, which I knew he was going to be cast in that, I was like, okay, this is probably going to be good.
Hugh Grant, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he keeps doing it, and and it all kind of comes to a head of misery last night, because I tried to watch this movie I love called From Beyond. And that's a great movie. It stars Jeffrey Combs, and it's cheesy, pseudo Lovecraft sci-fi horror at its wonderful, glorious, cheesy, awful best, right?
Oh.
And I'm trying to watch this movie, and it's not. I want to just purchase the damn thing, because most movies you can get for $3.99, but the only way I could watch it was on those free services. It was Tubi and one of these other ones.
Ew.
And they just every fucking 5 minutes.
Ads.
There was an ad.
Yep. Y'all.
And every ad block started with an ad for the movie that I knew I was going to go see the next day, Dungeons and Dragons. And my hatred of this Dungeons and Dragons movie reached a fever pitch last night as I was sitting there.
Oh my god, and you had to try to watch a movie with 5 minutes, in between of just fucking ads. And to be legit isn't that bad. I mean, that's not even really what gets me. It's more about the fact that he had to watch endless ads basically just to try to get through the movie. And it's the movie that he knew he was going to be seeing anyway because the algorithm knows. And fucking basically just essentially just berated him endlessly for it. And it's you're gonna watch this movie, you're gonna watch this movie, you're gonna watch this movie. It just made him get a little stir crazy about it.
I see all the trailers being the same. I don't remember exactly the words. It was destroy your expectations. Destroy. I'm what does that even fucking mean?
It was one of those trailers where they got a bunch of critical praise, so they're throwing it in your face. I'm look, a bunch of people love this
So
movie.
much worse.
And then they're
Sure.
I
ain't gonna dog it.
It's full of adventure. It's laugh out loud funny.
Probably the fifth time you saw a trailer, you said,
You know what's got no fuck this, Scotty. I don't care if I like it, I still hate it. So sick of this stupid trailers.
I guarantee I'm gonna hate this movie tomorrow. Guarantee it now. And every time you saw it, you just you saw it amped up. You just yep, gonna hate it. Yep, gonna hate it.
Just gonna hate it more and more.
Every trailer looked bad. The premise is bad.
Well, how'd you
Everything's
feel?
bad.
How'd you feel walking the movie? You just felt
I walk in the movie.
Actually, you made a
theater,
comment. You made a comment to me as you walked in. You're like, oh, I'm excited to see a movie. Wish it wasn't this one. It was not verbatim, but some of
I remember
lines of it.
What I said was oh man, I was all excited because I'm gonna go see a movie, but now I just remembered I'm gonna see a piece of crap movie. Right?
Yeah, we see a bunch of terrible, modern American advertising. We're just garbage.
Garbage, yeah.
I'm going before the movie starts, it's a bombardment of ads, and every one of them I'm making fun of. I'm wisecracking at. I'm
I do that too.
Making fart noises at the screen. After the ad, one thing I love to do.
I do that.
Is after an ad plays and there's that brief moment of silence, I like to go and see if anyone's
oh. You know what? I should do that. I'm doing that next time. I think, because honestly, I feel the same way. I'm feeling it. So
it's me expressing that was a fart to me. That was as offensive as someone just farting. So that's whatever. I'm like, you know, and then the movie starts.
Oh, before that, you gotta get.
Before that, you go ahead.
Before that, they have a thing now. I don't know if all movies do this, but I'm assuming this is becoming more common. The cast of the movie appears on screen. It's like, hey, just want to suck your dick and thank you for going to see this in an actual theater on a big screen where it belongs. You gotta support the movie industry.
I mean, I haven't seen that much. I have seen it like once or twice. I've been to movies a few times, you know, in the last like couple months, and I have seen it maybe like 1 or 2 times. I've seen a lot of like those little cardboard cutout things that they'll have like displayed in like those like, you know, in like throughout different parts of like the theater and shit, you know, like in the hallways and, you know, like the big like, you know, concession stand area and all that shit. Like I see it mostly on those things where it's like, you know, thank you for coming to the theaters and, you know, blah blah blah, and usually it's themed to like one of the movies that's there, you know, or something. I usually see that type of shit more so than like actually being on the screen. But I honestly am not surprised, you know, that those are there, because they're like, thank you, now please, suck our dicks just a little bit more and we'll suck yours back immensely.
Like Hugh Grant's like, you know, awkward ass at there at the end. He's like, yes, please enjoy Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. It's like, wow, they must have put a gun to his head to get him to say that even.
Yeah, and like, it was really weird and awkward, and it made me immediately just like, I don't like this cast. I don't like these people. I don't like them trying to tell me that I'm a hero. Like, I'm not a... They literally say, like,
oh yeah, you're the real hero.
You're the real heroes for showing up at the movie theater. It's like, that's not heroic.
What?
How's
that heroic? Like, oh my god, I hate that weird virtue signaling bullshit. I so badly do.
Watching a movie. I'm not a fucking hero for that. No one is a hero for that. Don't fucking patronize me with that horse shit.
So Cheetah's groaning. I mean, like,
so I'm like sitting like, oh.
And even as someone that like is optimistic going in, I'm like, oh, I hate that shit. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a hero for going to see a movie.
No one is. It's just a fucking movie.
Sit on my ass and eat popcorn and watch people do stuff.
The movie starts. Long last, after all this time, all of Scotty's fucking badgering and bullshit, the fucking movie starts. And, you know,
how good was it?
And I'm like, this guy's derivative of fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. I almost went to lean into Scotty at one point after Chris Pine's
Guardians of the Dungeon or something.
Yeah, like, I was gonna be like,
Dungeons of the Galaxy.
Nice quip, Star-Lord. You know, so derivative, you know, like, basically like that. To kind of just mock him for, like, but I didn't do it, because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let him discover the suckiness of this turd on his own. And then, like...
What was the moment that you actually were won over by?
There was no moment.
There was no moment.
No moment, huh?
There was not a scene. There was just like...
I just want to see TJ just like slowly but surely admit, oh my god, he's closing his eyes and just having to really like reflect what he's going to have to admit now, dude. I just want to see this part.
The story, or the characters, or what?
I don't know, about 15 minutes in the movie.
Oh god, there was a cut. Oh, there was a cut. TJ, what were you hiding? What emotion were you hiding there?
They said a joke. They'd done jokes before, and they were all just kind of like, whatever. Wasn't painful, but wasn't good. Just like, yeah, tepid bullshit.
Just a joke.
Then they fucking told a joke, and I don't even remember what the joke was. But I was like,
chuckle.
The hell was that? No.
Just being a little gremlin.
Another one happened. I was like, the movie started fucking having jokes that I liked. The movie started trying. You know what it really was, dude? I'll tell.
Oh shit!
Fuck you, Scotty. I hate you.
Oh my god! Yes! Holy shit! This is great. Oh my god! This is just the like review where TJ has to just like get it rubbed in his face, dude. Oh my god! I love moments like this.
It was the moment that I fucking saw the goddamn Hugh Grant performance. That was like the first time the movie started to charm me and seduce me a little bit.
With Hugh Grant, yeah, I knew it.
As soon as he shows up and starts doing his bit, it's like my guard kind of went down a little bit. Like, oh, that's a pretty fun. Oh, wow, that's enjoyable to see him. And he had some funny lines, like, oh, what a rapscallion. The long story fucking short is, I like this movie a lot. I'm really kind of that I like this movie a lot. I really kind of wanted to hate this movie. I walked into this movie with a chip on my shoulder, placed there by his ass, wanting to thing, and I just couldn't do it. It's just too goddamn likable.
Damn, I like it. You know what? I dig it. Damn, if TJ's able to like it, then I'm probably very surely gonna like it. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, though. I've been wanting to go check out another movie sometime pretty soon. I think I might have just found it, because, like, I've been wanting to, you know, see what might be interesting, and this has most certainly procured my interest now. I wasn't really too sure about the Dungeons & Dragons thing. I was kind of more like, I'll see it if it's on, like, streaming or some shit like that, or whatever the fuck, if it's, like, cheap or something on YouTube that's, like, you know, $8 to rent or something like that, but, you know, which would be like in like years down the line, but whatever, you know. But, you know, it's like, oh, it's actually legit good. Even TJ got his expectations subverted, knowing how much of a cynical fuck he is about a lot of movies. It's like, that says something. That actually does say something for me. I kind of, you know, gauge, you know, whether a movie can be good or not depending on what TJ says about certain films, you know, because there's a lot of movies that I generally do like where TJ's like, fuck this shit. And I'm just like, TJ, you're wrong. And you're just utterly. And then there's, you know, plenty of movies where he's like, yes, this is great, and I can actually kind of see where it is, you know, legit kind of great. And also plenty where I, you know, think, yeah, well, why do you like this? But there's a genuine, like, middle ground of, like, you know, where there's, like, a lot of overlap with, you know, kind of where our interests lie a little bit, you know, when it comes to media. And they're, you know, and if there's something that has subverted his expectations, especially in a broader media that, you know, he may like, especially, you know, Dungeons & Dragons, you know, maybe not necessarily in the entertainment sense, but at least in the game, then, you know, then I would say that there's definitely something there. Mostly documentaries. You know, well, yeah, I kind of was the same way for a while, but that's why I'm trying to get back into movies. Like, because, you know, like, I've always been, like, a dude that always likes movies and kind of considers myself somewhat of a movie buff with at least the movies I do know, you know. So but every time, usually whenever a conversation about films come up, I realize, oh, I'm not as much of a movie buff as I thought. So I've been, you know, trying lately, especially making it more of an effort to try to, like, you know, watch more films and stuff like that, or at least, you know, try to. And, like, you know, have some, you know, like, oh, try to watch this. They all kind of blow now. I'm not even talking about modern movies. I'm just talking about any film. Like, you know, like really good ones from back in the day, you know, from like, whether they're from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, even like really old classics and shit. Like Night of the Living Dead from like, you know, I think that was like in the 30s, some shit. Like Nosferatu, you know, that's another really excellent one. And the history behind that film is really crazy, honestly. From what I learned, actually a little bit earlier this morning, that film was actually almost entirely erased, besides this one French filmmaker who kept his copy. And when the war with the Nazis broke out, he hid his copy, and then when the war ended in 1945, he moved to New York around 47 and gave it to the Museum of Modern Art, to where they were able to make copies and thus, you know, save the film, essentially. And also, like, I mean, in the movie itself, really, actually, it's a very cultural standpoint about especially what vampires are like in modern culture. Like, for example, like at least a thing about vampires, you know, like being killed by the sun or being heavily weakened by the sun and shit like that, that came from Nosferatu, the film. You know, not any other like piece of literature that involved vampires prior to that. It was the film that did that. It kind of solidified that. So, you know, to this day, you know, vampires, you know, big weakness is light and sun. So, and that's kind of partly why, because Nosferatu, like, instilled that in popular culture. It's honestly really crazy, you know, about, like, the history of that movie. You know, just with the creation of it and after the fact. Few choice films I absolutely preserve for all times. Well, all of the movies should, as far as I'm concerned. Like, especially, you know, from, like, you know, anything, you know, before, you know, like the 90s at this point. Like, there definitely should be at least, like, you know, anything, you know, that's like older than, I don't know, say like 50 plus something years should definitely be archived. At least one copy. Just to, you know, for the sake of preservation. You know, and that includes all sorts of films. Next few is Gojira, what will go on to be adapted as Godzilla in America should be absolutely absurd. It's great. Certain garbage films should be lost to time. Dude, nah. I mean, like, it's just, if not for all else, just for the sake of learning. You know, being like, yeah, here's what people made that obviously, you know, failed and sucked, and here's what, you know, plenty of things that were very successful, and learn the, you know, like, the different, you know, complexities about, like, you know, when it comes to filmmaking and shit, because, you know, you can learn from a lot of garbage films too, basically, and what not to do and shit. Who's gonna watch sci-fi in 1,000 years? Well, who's gonna watch Godzilla in 1,000 years? I mean, who's to say? I mean, there's plenty of things from thousands of years ago that over time have been kind of adapted into different stories and shit. Like, for example, the Gilead is like one of the oldest stories known to man, essentially, and that's essentially the core foundation of what that story is essentially timeless. Like, a lot of themes in different stories today and historically, you know, can kind of be tied to the ideas of what the Gilead was. Like, with the whole, like, her hero's tale and shit like that. It's a common thing. Has timeless themes. Well, yeah, well, that's kind of what I was meaning. Like, you know, there's a lot of different things that can definitely be timeless and shit. As long as we don't lose the memory of nuclear technology over time. Well, sure. But, but either way, it's just because of, like, the foundations of those themes. It's not really necessarily the films or the entertainment in itself that, you know, has made those themes. Because there's plenty of stories, you know, frankly, most of them are legit lost to time, you know, but nonetheless, we still know many of them that have been passed down. Like the Gilead, or, you know, for a more modern sense, Godzilla, you know, but even then, there's, like, older things like, you know, fairy tales, stuff like that, from, like, you know, Beauty and Beast to fucking Sleeping Beauty, etc., etc. Though the original stories are a lot more horrifying than the more modern adaptations of those films. I mean, also at the same time, we still know plenty of stories from, like, you know, the Greek, you know, sagas and stuff like that as well. Baku ones too. And honestly, I mean, in a lot of ways, modern stories are adapted from them too. Odyssey and Iliad are a large part of foundation of modern storytelling. Yep. So, I mean, and it's like, you think, you know, there was plenty of garbage Odysseys and stuff like that that existed at the same time? Of course. They probably, you know, there was plenty of other, you know, artists out there that were trying to, you know, or at least people that, you know, really thought they were more of a talented artist than they thought, at least, you know, were trying to do similar things. But, you know, just failed to do so because, you know, there was just others that stood that test of time. Doesn't necessarily mean they never happened or they're, like, totally lost forever, but, you know, unless someone's, like, absolutely, like, you know, seeking that stuff out archaeologically and historically, I mean, this ain't gonna totally be discovered. I mean, you know, on, like, you know, as one example, like, the more we learn about, like, Pompeii, for example, and just, like, a lot of different Roman architecture, we found out that, like, Romans did graffiti and vandalism, too, just as much as people do today. Like, you know, spray painting a cab or, like, a dick on the side of a building. Romans did that, too. Like, they were, like, literally. They're like, oh, Gladius is a cunt, you know, or some shit, you know, just spray painting that. Well, I guess it wouldn't be spray painting, but they would graffiti that on, like, sides of buildings and stuff like that. I mean, dead ass. Like, I mean, there are some buildings, especially in Pompeii, because so much of what's there is preserved because of, you know, the volcanic eruption and shit. Like, they're able to really, you know, see in immense detail a lot of that type of shit. And they're just like, yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that are just kind of like little side, silly, raunchy stories or little, like, one-offs, things like that and shit. And it's basically just, you know, a Roman, you know, with his bro buddy, you know, just being drunk probably and graffitiing shit. That's probably Harley. No! Zook off. Zooks. Hey. Shut up, bro. You know who it is. Oh my god, dog. You know who it is, bro. But dude, oh my god, this fucking dog, dude. As soon as next month. Yeah, I saw something about that. Which, good shit, bro. Zooks. Oh my god, hold on. Let me go to Harley, tell him just to get in here so he can shut up. Yeah, come on, mate. Well, it actually wasn't Harley. But that was like a neighbor, actually. One of the neighbor's dogs got out and was just wandering around a little bit randomly, and the person that, you know, caught her and picked her up, you know, was knocking over there, and that's what was going on. So I was just like, oh. And she's like, yeah, is this your pup? And I'm just like, no, Zukov is, but yeah, you know, but for her, yeah, they're just like a few houses down that way, yeah, and I don't know what's up with that. I saw her wandering around the other day, so I don't know if they just let her out and she's just been wandering around or what, or, yeah, so, but, yeah. But at least, you know, the little pup is okay, at least. Zukov does that, too, every now and then, because you're a jerk. But you don't really go down the street over here. You go explore over there, where the other dog hangs out, usually. Because you want to hang out with her. She like your little girlfriend or something? Zukov wanted to poo. Well, hopefully you already did that. I took him for a walk to grab my coffees and stuff, and say what's up to, you know, the folks at work. At least, you know, the mid-crew. Some of those that... Oh, Zukov, hey, hold on. How you doing? Hey. Hey. Get back in here. Sneaking out, you freaking little silly. Really? You little butt? Ugh. Because his girlfriend has a birthday next month and he wants to celebrate with her. Oh my god. Man. He is just pathetic, isn't he? Whoever gets motivated to actually get everything done, which is basically some young virgin princess that he wants to be with or some shit because he's a fucking creep. Aye, what a creepo. For everybody that still thinks she's a scam, he mailed her money for a plane ticket. Mailed her. Wait, what? Okay, yeah. Dude, no way. Why would she? Why would he? Why would she need like the money mailed so she could buy the ticket? Why wouldn't he buy it himself? Or just be like, here's the ticket, you know, all you have to do is just, you know, like, here's the information for, like, you know, the ticket, or at least the prices for tickets, you know, and, you know, just let me know which date that you know, pick and what time that you arrive, and blah, 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 blah. Like, that would have made sense. Or being like, oh, I'll pay for you, you know, you don't have to worry about it, you know, it's like I set up the date and time as this, and blah, 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 blah. Like, they're literally... Something about not wanting digital of him spending money on her for her mom to find out is what he said. What? So have mail sent in where there's physical evidence, because that makes it better. Okay, wow. I mean, sure, digital evidence is kind of like, you know, kind of basically outright on record. Physical evidence is someday you can kind of keep it hid. He has in his head that mom's some kind of super sloth? Super sleuth? Either way, it seems weird. Like, dead ass. Like, I don't, even if that's the case, like, why wouldn't he just buy the ticket himself then? Because then there's no, you know, like, then there literally wouldn't be anything for her to worry about, because it wouldn't be in her records at all. It would be him paying for it. Oh my god. It makes no sense, bro. Whatever gets him moving. Well, you know what? If he gets fucked over it, that's his fucking fault. Oh shit, I forgot onion nuggets is later today. What is this thumbnail that they got going on, bro? Much gay for the thumbnail. Got some bears, got like a strapping stud, and he got like a very sexy gothic femboy. You know, that's also pretty svelte too. You know, honestly, all in all, I'm kind of, you know, I'm digging everything I'm seeing there. I like that. She does even have a car and is going to medical school in Miami. Supposed to graduate next month too. That just, no streaming for me last night. You fell asleep. And also, I was able to stream again, but then I had weird issues about my shit muting and cutting out. So, yeah. Want to see my my burn? Look at that. Also got that. But yeah, look at that shit. Yeah. I accidentally touched one of the metal parts of the handguard, and that should have woken me up. Like how? Fuck you. Oh yeah, let me just like shake you awake because I am physically there to do so. Bruh. Suffer and burn for transgressions. I mean, this is a burn that I actually don't mind because, like, yeah, a burn of a hobby I like doing. Because it's fun. And, actually, I want to kind of get it, you know, get that puppy taken apart and cleaned out a little bit and all that stuff. Can't show it, but I can at least talk about it, I hope. Is that okay, YouTube? Can I just merely discuss that without demonstrating anything? Like, just simply merely the verbal conversation of it? Using using noises to utter things about said topic? Why would my dick be anywhere near that gun? There's no reason for it. Honestly, like, I mean, when my friend Harley, you know, was like, I want my, you know, hand at it. I was like, alright. And he was like, so how do you do it? And I was like, pretty simple. You just rock it in there. you know, the whole shebang, and, you know, the whole bolt back thing, you know, pretty, you know, like, you know, the other weapon, essentially, and then he was like, okay, and I was like, alright, so stand right here, you know, make sure that, you know, you're not, like, you know, near anything, and also make sure your barrel wasn't pointing at his feet, because he kept lowering it where it was aimed at his feet, and I'm just like, please don't do that. And, but once he, you know, whipped it out, he was like, I'm actually a little nervous, and I'm just like, dude, don't be. Like, he was actually a little scared at first, like, I actually kind of am, just gotta have more kick and firepower, and I'm like, not really, bro. Like, it's more condensed in a smaller casing, but it's, I mean, all in all, like, the recoil's not really that bad, if you know how to control it, you know, and he just straight up, like, when he fired the first round, he was like, oh, that's not that bad. It just, like, clicked in his head, like, oh! He just, I saw it in him, he just went, ooh! It just, like, went immediately to just, like, alright, I'm having fun. And once he realized, like, it wasn't as bad as he thought, he started blasting. I was actually kind of like, oh shit, he's enjoying this more than me. Right in the middle where, wait, probably give a thinking just, yeah, if you think this much about dick, you definitely got, you know, some gay going on. You got a little bit of that gay in there. That artificial gay gene has just been established into your DNA, as you've been slowly but surely groomed into the gay. Because that's how everything works totally in the mind of a conservative. That's right, brother. Now I gotta drink me some goddamn Sam Adams or some shit because I'm running out of alcohol to drink. That's piss water. Now I actually have to drink stuff that tastes good. It's like, man, I love it. These sad bastards, they actually have to, like, you know, find alcohol that is going to, you know, actually have decent taste. Like Boston beer or something like that. You know what, like, another company should, you know, like, honestly just say fuck it and just, like, put a gay person on as, like, you know, a sponsor? These guys. They already are considered, like, rhinos and fake conservatives because they didn't defend Kyle Rittenhouse when he did his stupid shit. So they already think they're a bunch of chucklefuck idiots. So, I mean, you know, they might as well just say fuck it and just go all out. It's like, yeah, we don't give a shit. We're just like a hardcore libertarian, somewhat socially down the middle because we don't give a fuck. Guns, fireworks, and a bunch of red, white, and blue smoke bombs. And big-ass ATVs and mudding and all that stuff. Anyway, buy our coffee. That's basically just like the summary of what I get out of them. It's like, yeah, we like outdoor shit and also coffee. Here, buy coffee. Like, that's pretty much just like the vibe I really truly just get out of them. I mean, they're basically like an energy drink anyway. Most energy drinks have about like 200 milligrams of caffeine, and this tiny little thing has about that. It's basically just like an energy drink masked as a coffee. Layers of trans YouTubers I will launch reacting to the beer controversy. Riverboat Jack. Riverboat Jack. I've not heard of this one here. I've not heard of this fine individual. Someone chose reactions to Chef's Kiss. Well, mind you, I do have to go to work here pretty soon, sadly. But I'll skip, like, you know, in the middle, watch a little bit. Oh God, we got a big bearded fella. We'll watch this dude.
Dear Bush, what were you guys thinking?
What you guys thinking?
Well, who thought that would
This guy looks like he's gonna cry.
be a good idea?
And also, why did his hair, like, transplant to his lower part of his head. He has no hair and nothing but beard.
Do you realize when people sit down to have a beer, they're having a beer?
Oh my god, his voice is trembling, chat.
It
His voice is actually trembling.
So you realize, Bud Light, when brothers go sit down and have beer together, they thinking about these damn trains and you try to slow down. It's like he really does like feel like that. These people can't top him. He had the money to break down right. Dude, like, honestly, yeah, I mean, I will admit, Kid Rock legit had the best breakdown, because even when he was, like, blasting away, it looked so stupid. I mean, this dude, in a way, is, like, got a pretty good one, too. This is up here. Like, this guy is already kind of up there. Yeah, it's like a shooter behind him to make it look cooler. Dude, I bet. How much you want to bet that Kid Rock didn't hit anything, and the second shooter behind him, like, 5 feet to his left or some shit, like, was, you know, actually the one aiming and hitting the targets. Kid Rock has a terrible control of his gun. And it was a 9mm. It was 19x19 Parabellum, dude. It's an MP5. Like, that's not something that's hard to control. Like, I mean, considering that I'm able to have somewhat decent control of my AK 7.62x39, I can easily handle something like that. It ain't that fucking hard, even if it was full auto like he was doing. And also, why was because he had that chicken wing shit going on. Like, I mean, even in the army, they tell you don't do the chicken wing. That's having your arm kicked out like that. Like, you want it more like right here with the rest of your body, because also the recoil absorbs more with the rest of your body, and thus, you know, the energy is easy to more disperse out. Not like jolty. You know, it's less jolty that way. I would know. I was doing this yesterday. You know, and it's like, I mean, and it really does, you know, have way better control.
When people sit down...
I barely used a rifle, and I bet you could do better. Oh, yeah.
With beer, they don't want to be thinking about trans people.
Here with their friends. If they're their friends, they don't care if they're transgender. They don't care if they're black or if they're white, Chinese.
Does this guy fucking have a meltdown anytime any human being is on a food product?
I mean, honestly, like, why is he saying we don't care if the person is black, white, Chinese, or whatever? It's like, then why do you care if they're trans, then, you dude? Why are you having a baby meltdown about this? Someone sent a clip of Joe Rogan saying someone who knows Kid Rock told him there was another shooter who could actually aim correctly where the camera couldn't see him. Wait, are you actually serious? Because if so, I kind of want to see that.
Jesus.
Straight, gay, whatever. They don't care. They're there to have a beer with their friends. They don't need to be reminded about equity, equality, LBGTQ, whatever.
Bro, if you can't even say the acronym, you might need some reminding, okay?
Dude, I mean, also, like, why is there anything, like, wrong with the idea of equity and equality? We don't need to be reminded that equality is just, you know, something we should appreciate or, you know, advocate for. Like, why? Like, why is that a problem, bro? Like, why should that ever be seen as an issue? Like, oh my lord.
They're there to have a good time. And now because you did this, you've ruined it.
You've ruined it? Like, you've ruined it by sponsoring the trans person. Where's your manager? I want to speak to your manager.
They've got to be reminded of this wokeness and...
Yeah,
They got to be reminded of the wokeness. My god, what a snowflake, dude. Joe Rogan speak trans Rogan, he thought it was stupid to get mad about this. I mean, honestly, probably just made 1,000 times more of his money in free advertising just from chuds. Oh, dude, I bet. Like, oh my lord. Dude, what schmucks, man. We'll definitely check more of that out, you know, once I get off work and stuff. But, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Man, I haven't seen all of the chuddery. I've only seen, like, 3 clips, and then the Kid Rock one, because that just needs to stand out on its own. That one's just too exceptional. But, goddamn, dude. Wow. They're, like, man, it's like... Mornax was saying it. I was saying it after this happened, when it first started popping off. Dude, some, you know, gun manufacturers need to start doing this too. Like, unironically. They're gonna, like, I mean, just straight up. Like, because honestly, I can imagine just the freak out rage and them, like, destroying their guns and shit because they all went woke. Oh my god. It would be beautiful. I was trying to boost stuff. Well, I'll definitely check her out. It's pretty strange to see that Rogan clip. They were shitting on transphobes and drinking Bud Light. Maybe Rogan's dropping the weird conservative texting grift. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't tuned into Joe Rogan in a long time, so I really couldn't tell you. I would hope so, honestly. I'll admit. Because there was a time that, I may not entirely have liked Joe Rogan, but I at least, kind of appreciate the fact that you have, like, some genuinely interesting people on. And being willing to, like, listen and consider their ideas or, like, just different things that they were talking about. Like, he would have people like Neil or, like, there was, like, this, British guy that, is, like, a major, drug legalization advocate. I kind of forget his name right off the top of my head. He has all sorts of different people on. Was that clip when Kyle Kalinske was on? Yeah, I think the last time I've outright watched him was either when Bernie was on or when Kyle was on. I think it was when Bernie was on. I think we might finally have dates and times for you soon if you still want to come. Well, yeah, I still will. I'll hit her up, say what's up, and all that shit. Oh man, I definitely got, a bunch of shit coming up myself, so, it might still be a minute, but hey, it'll still definitely be something that I can work out. Maybe I'll see if I can pop in during the summertime. And maybe we could see if there's like a, probably, try to, that. I could work something out. I could figure some shit out. This Rush Rogan from time to time when you had interesting people on COVID happened, it all became conservative regards. The regards, yep. She got her manic pixie dream girl haircut to piss off step douche. And it did work. But anyway, I'll get this last little bolt toked, at least for right now, and then head off to work and all that fun shit. But of course, I'll be back later. Okay, that was a horrible burp. That wasn't even a burp. Boo. I'm on lunch break, gotta get back. Yep. Gotta love that work grind. Amazing. But anyway, of course, I'll at least be back after my shift, so peace out.